UofL under civil rights investigation. Impact on DACA then minority scholarships explained. The University of Louisville under scrutiny. A civil rights investigation unfolds. In a significant development, the University of Louisville, UofL, finds itself at the center of a civil rights investigation, one of 5 institutions currently being examined by the U.S. Department of Education. This inquiry raises important questions about the fairness and inclusivity of scholarship programs offered by these universities. What's the controversy? The investigation aims to assess whether UofL and its counterparts are providing scholarships exclusively to students who are part of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA program, or those classified as undocumented. This scrutiny stems from concerns that such practices may infringe upon Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which explicitly prohibits discrimination based on national origin. In a recent announcement, the Office for Civil Rights within the Department of Education highlighted that these scholarship programs could potentially violate the law, igniting a debate about the balance between supporting marginalized groups and ensuring equal access for all students. Who raised the alarm? The complaints prompting this investigation were filed by the Equal Protection Project of the Legal Insurrection Foundation. This organization is dedicated to advocating for equal protection under the law and opposing any form of government discrimination. Their involvement underscores the contentious nature of this issue, as it touches on broader themes of equity and justice in education. Scholarships under review. The Office of Civil Rights is particularly focused on 3 specific scholarships at UofL. Sagar Patagandi Scholarship. This fund is designed to assist undergraduate DACA and undocumented students by subsidizing their educational expenses. Dawn Wilson Scholarship. Aimed at supporting undergraduate LGBTQ+ students of color, this scholarship seeks to promote diversity and inclusion within the academic community. Louisville Tango Festival Scholarship. This award is intended for Latino, AX, and Hispanic students, further emphasizing the university's commitment to supporting underrepresented groups. Wider implications. In addition to UofL, similar investigations have been initiated against other institutions, including the University of Nebraska-Omaha, the University of Miami, the University of Michigan, and Western Michigan University. This trend raises critical questions about the future of scholarship programs and their alignment with civil rights laws. Join the conversation. As this investigation unfolds, it invites the broader discussion about the role of scholarships in promoting diversity versus the need for equal opportunity for all students. What do you think? Are these scholarships a necessary support for marginalized communities, or do they create an unfair advantage? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Federal investigations target scholarships for immigrants and minorities. Imagine a scenario where helping underprivileged students access higher education becomes a legal battle. This is exactly what's happening as the U.S. Department of Education launches civil rights investigations into 5 universities for providing scholarships specifically aimed at undocumented students and racial minorities, intensifying the Trump administration's stance against diversity initiatives in higher education. On Wednesday, the Education Department announced it is probing complaints filed by the conservative Equal Protection Project, which accuses these institutions of discrimination by favoring foreign-born students. The universities under scrutiny include the University of Louisville, the University of Nebraska-Omaha, the University of Miami, the University of Michigan, and Western Michigan University. The University of Louisville has stated it is reviewing the allegations, while the other institutions have yet to respond. The scholarships in question primarily support undocumented students, including those protected by the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA program. These students are ineligible for federal financial aid, making these scholarships crucial for their educational opportunities. But here's where it gets controversial. Acting Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights Craig Traynor asserts, neither the Trump administration's America First policies nor the Civil Rights Act of 1964's prohibition on national origin discrimination allow universities to deny U.S. citizens the chance to compete for scholarships. However, Miriam Feldblum, president and CEO of the President's Alliance on Higher Education and Immigration, argues that these scholarships are not based on race or national origin, but rather on immigration status, which is not prohibited by the Civil Rights Act. Seldom emphasizes that such scholarships are vital for bridging the gap in higher education access. Undocumented students contribute significantly to our workforce, economy, and public life. Investing in their education enhances workforce development and strengthens local and state economies. She explains. This latest round of investigations follows a similar set of probes initiated 4 months ago by the Office for Civil Rights, which examined 6 universities accused of awarding scholarships exclusively to racial minorities. Now, the office is expanding its focus to include scholarships that favor minorities at the University of Louisville, the University of Nebraska-Omaha, and Western Michigan University. Conservative activists and Republican state leaders have been pressuring colleges to eliminate scholarships designated for underrepresented groups, drawing parallels to the Supreme Court's recent decision banning the consideration of race in college admissions. The Equal Protection Project, led by Cornell University clinical law professor William Jacobson, has spearheaded this movement by filing numerous complaints with the Office for Civil Rights. Jacobson believes protecting equal access to education means safeguarding the rights of American-born students. However, this push is placing significant pressure on undocumented students as state and federal leaders dismantle policies supporting their community. For instance, Texas and Florida have terminated in-state tuition for non-citizens who grew up in these states. And the Justice Department is suing Kentucky and Minnesota to enforce similar changes. Additionally, the Education Department recently revoked access to career, technical, and adult education programs for undocumented students, reversing a long-standing policy from the Clinton era. What do you think about this controversy? Should universities be allowed to offer scholarships based on immigration status, or should all students, regardless of background, compete equally for financial aid? Share your thoughts in the comments. UNO under federal investigation for alleged discriminatory scholarships. University of Nebraska-Omaha, UNO, is currently one of 5 universities under scrutiny by the U.S. Department of Education, DOE, due to concerns raised by an organization opposed to critical race theory, CRT. This investigation was prompted by allegations regarding scholarships awarded to DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, students. In a news release issued by the DOE on Wednesday, it was revealed that a complaint had been filed by the Legal Insurrection Foundation's Equal Protection Project. This complaint specifically questions 2 scholarships offered by UNO, the Pathway Scholarship and the HDR Scholarship. The foundation argues that these scholarships may infringe upon Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits discrimination based on national origin. Craig Traynor, the acting assistant secretary for civil rights at the DOE, emphasized the importance of equal opportunity in education, stating, "Neither the Trump administration's America First policies nor the Civil Rights Act of 1964's prohibition on national origin discrimination permit universities to deny our fellow citizens the opportunity to compete for scholarships because they were born in the United States." This statement underscores the ongoing debate about the fairness of scholarship programs that may favor certain groups over others. In addition to UNO, other institutions such as the University of Louisville, the University of Miami, the University of Michigan, and Western Michigan University are also facing similar investigations regarding their scholarship practices. Currently, UNO's application portal does not list the Dreamers Pathway Scholarship. However, a 2021 article from UNO described this scholarship as one that assists DACA and Nebraska residents seeking an undergraduate degree at UNO, covering tuition, books, and fees for a maximum of 5 years. The DOE's Office of Civil Rights is now tasked with determining whether this scholarship is indeed impermissible and exclusionary. As for the HDR scholarship, the information available on the portal does not outline any specific requirements beyond academic performance, such as GPA or major. It does, however, require that applicants be graduates from Nebraska or a neighboring state. The DOE noted that the complaint suggests this scholarship may give preference to underrepresented minority students, which raises questions about the implications of such preferences in scholarship allocation. William A. Jacobson, the founder of the Equal Protection Project, expressed his satisfaction with the DOE's response to their complaints, stating, "Protecting equal access to education includes protecting the rights of American-born students. Discrimination against American-born students must not be tolerated." This statement invites further discussion on the balance between supporting underrepresented groups and ensuring equal opportunities for all students. As this investigation unfolds, it prompts a critical examination of how universities allocate scholarships and the potential implications for students from various backgrounds. What are your thoughts on this issue? Do you believe that scholarship programs should prioritize certain demographics, or should they be open to all students regardless of their background? Share your opinions in the comments below.